Hello everybody, and welcome back to Shantae the Pirate's Curse. Alright everyone, as you've seen here, yep, we are now officially getting stuff started through the third dungeon in the game, the Lost Catacombs. And of course, this is where we are going to get our lovely next equipment so that we can fully utilize for the rest of the game. Oh yeah, and as you've seen there, yeah, as you saw right over to the left, is where we get the return of the fire mantises from the first game. But this time they now share very similar appearance as to another enemy to another enemy from another franchise. And I think now, for those of you who have played Sonic before, who have played any Sonic game, will know the name. Yeah, our very lovely slicers. yeah, the Fire Mantises really do share a very similar appearance as to the slicers. Yeah. Yeah, that's right now, everyone now. Oh, yeah, that's right, everyone. And now, that's right now. And now we get these little tiny, now we also get these little, enemies, where they actually share a very similar appearance to the, to the small skeleton enemies that we saw, to the same skeleton enemies that we saw back at Catacombs Tower, where we had to, where we at first had to stun them first, like in order for us to actually do any damage to them. Yeah, these small enemies, yeah, they basically share the very same similar gimmick. So yeah. Yes, I know. Now for this room right here, now this is actually where you need to go in order for us to actually reach the boss room. And I'll go over that room. I'll actually go over that room in particular after we've after we've gotten our equipment in this dungeon. Because yeah, there is actually one big thing that I want to bring up for that place, for that area. Oh yeah, now as for this area where we get our next key, now is actually where, that Heart Squid, as you just saw. Now I get the feeling now. Here's the thing what I'm not fully sure of. Now, I know that what we've been going for these previous dungeons so far, that we can actually get all of the collectibles inside the dungeons during our first run through. But I'm not fully sure. About this Heart Squid in this room, cause yeah, it looks like that we can get it, but I just don't know how at the moment. But at the same time, I get the feeling that we need our. But at the same time, I get the feeling that we need another equipment entirely, so that we can actually, so that we can actually get that Heart Squid. So yeah, I could be very wrong on this. But if I don't know how to get that Heart Squid before we get to the boss room, then I'm gonna say yeah, I'll come back to that later on. Yeah, probably much later. Yeah. But anyways, everyone now, as you've been seeing, yeah, now we need both of those keys so that we can, hit some switches, so that we can utilize, when we go into this room, yeah, we actually utilize our pistol so that we can now hit ourselves down here. And now, in order for us to leave, yeah, now we need to get, in order for us to actually get ourselves back up again, And yeah, we need to find ourselves yet another key first. Yeah. Now, yeah, I'm just breaking these blocks so I can make sure that I'm not missing anything. Yeah. Yeah, this is my enemies are gonna go bye-bye. Now, I'm gonna go to the left path first. Wait. I think this is... Yeah, this is where I actually need to go until after we get our equipment. Our brand new equipment, I want to say. Yep, it definitely looks like it. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna come back here. Oh, yeah, that's right. And that chest should be where the key is. So, yeah. Alright, and here's another safe man if you need him. And up here should be our next equipment is. And yep, here it is. And now we've picked up Risky's Scimitar. And now while in the air, we press the CL button to break through blocks. Or to be more specifically, now we can now break blocks that are directly below you. Now like this. Yeah, now here's something that you can actually do with the Scimitar. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this. Yeah, you can actually do a simultaneous bounce, like what? Yeah, you can actually do a simultaneous bounce with the Scimitar. Not only on the breakable blocks, but also on every single enemy in the game. Yeah, meaning that you can actually do a combo with the Scimitar, and if you are really good at timing you really have very good timing with your bouncing, then you can actually you can actually try to beat all the bosses with, or most likely the majority of the enemies. So within just bouncing on the enemies with the Scimitar. So yeah. But anyways, with that said, yeah, now we've gone through that section. With us by utilizing our Scimitar to turn around those platforms. Now we've got our key. Now we can essentially get ourselves out of here so that we can return to back to that area. As I said that we needed the equipment for first. And so yeah, and then we shall be, and with that we shall be, and then after that we should be getting close to reaching the boss room. Yes, everyone. Now before we go back there, now that we have the Scimitar, now I'm just gonna go back to some of the areas that we've already been to. Just so I can find out what new stuff that we can now get. With the Scimitar in question. So yeah, and I definitely know one a particular spot. Is a spot that we can now utilize with Scimitar, and it's actually right back here from where we first entered the dungeon. Oh, it is where we can now pick up this lovely old heart squid. Huzzah! And we can now also go over here so that we can get more gems. So that we can get more gems. Okay. Yeah, and I'm just gonna break these so I can make sure that we're not missing anything here. Yeah, nothing. Okay. After getting those two, I had a feeling there would not be anything there. Yeah. Okay. Now before we head back to that room, I'm gonna go back. Now, before we do that, I want to see if I can still try to get that heart squid that is in this room. I mean, there should be a way, right? Maybe. There should be a way for me to get that. But I get the feeling I'm gonna need the next equipment so that another equipment so I can get it. So I'm gonna go back for that later. Yeah, but anyways. As everyone, now I asked for this room where you essentially mostly utilize the Scimitar, And also with it in this room are these reddish blocks. Now those ones that you can those reddish blocks you cannot you cannot break them whatsoever. Now, and the big thing I want to say about this room here is that if you're trying to go for 100%, for 100%, if you're trying to go for 100%, and you do not want to have to rely on utilizing the internet so that you can find all the collectibles, make sure you break every single block in this room, or all the blocks that you can't block, because there is actually a collectible in this room that you can actually potentially miss out on, and it's actually right there. Yeah, right there is a heart squid inside of a block. Yeah, I can definitely see this being a collectible that players can potentially miss out on, because yeah, they didn't even bother to break every single block in that room. Yeah. Let's see. But anyways, now before we reach the boss room, now we have ourselves another enemy room. And then we have ourselves yet another slicer. Yeah, and essentially just explode to pieces. And of course we have to deal with two more Scorp gals. But once you reach them, but if you essentially corner them, then you can essentially just defeat them with ease. Oh yeah, that's right. This part. Yeah, now we have this big ol', and now we also have this big ol' crusher here, which you can utilize Scimitar with, like, so that you can avoid getting stuff crushed. So yeah, honestly, yeah, just make sure that you don't. Yeah, just make sure you don't run. Just make sure you don't run past this point too much, because there is a good opportunity if you try to rush it, then you might get yourself crushed. And yep, and I think this is where we're gonna be. Yeah, I believe this is the last save, man, before we actually get to the boss room. And with that said, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this part off right here. And so we're gonna see you on for the next part. And so to the next part, see you guys next time.